You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Number 007, it's Shannon Ball. She hits that granite and will take you to the summit of pain. It's number 1024, El Capitan. Don't be bamboozled. This panda will hug you, then hip check you. Number 11, it's Panda. She's gonna beat him up, beat him up, beat him up, beat him up. That's number 2, Reese's Ruff. She doesn't fear her demons. She keeps them on a leash. Number 22, Demonica. We got to keep this family friendly so her butt is grass and she's going to love it. It's number 3, Tinosaurus Rex. What you going to do when this child runs wild on you? Number 317, Wild Child. You'll be all out of health points when she's done with you. It's number 39, Leroy Jenkins. Up and down fast. Don't let it break you. Number 555, Heather Skelter. Skaters beware. This kitten has claws. It's number 62, Go Kitten. She puts you in your place. She's the hammer, not the nail. Number 79, H-Face Killer. Snap into a sling jam. It's number 8008, Brandy Savage. Ooh. She keeps going and going and going. Number 82, the Energizer Bunny. The fury of attack. Feel the wrath of Low is Rad. Low is Rad. Low is Rad. It's number 83, Low is Rad. And with that, we also want to give a big shout out to all of our skating and not skating officials. Like we talked about, everyone who helps make South Shore Roller Derby a success. It takes a community, and we're so happy that you're all here this evening. If you haven't yet, please check out all of our vendors to the south, all of our food to the north. We've got all kinds of stuff for you here this evening, including 2 hot bouts of roller derby. We have the first whistle coming in just a few moments. Stick around. Don't leave. You just got here, so don't go anywhere. The action is fast. The action is furious. So you'll see these signs that say crash seating. You must be 18 or older to sit in this area. No children allowed, please. Again, that action could come right at you if you are close to those yellow lines. So watch out. Be safe. This is a high contact, high velocity sport. You do not want to be taken out by a skater coming at you full speed. Stay out of the crash zone if you are not 18 years old. Everything is getting locked into place here this evening, Vince. This will be jam number 1 of bout number 1 in half number 1. And it looks like it's going to be Tinosaurus Rex facing off against Blitz Bits. Say that 5 times fast. Blitz Bits, Blitz Bits, Blitz Bits, Blitz Bits, Blitz Bits. Both jammers still trying to get through the wall here. It looks like Tinosaurus Rex cuts through and will get lead jam. Tinosaurus Rex coming around turn 3, coming back up to the pack. Panda with a nice block to Blitz Bits. I cannot say that 5 times fast. Panda is going to recycle Blitz here. Vince, we might have some new folks joining us. Talk to us about recycling and the strategy there. When a blocker pushes a skater of the jammer, the star on their helmet, out of bounds, they must come back in behind that skater. And that skater that put them out of bounds can go back up to 2 blocks that are on the track. A lot of strategy there as Tinosaurus Rex calls the jam. Vince, I think a lot of people who might be watching roller derby for the first time see it as just nothing but a smash out, hard-hitting, full speed ahead kind of sport. But to your point, there's a lot of strategy. a lot of technique here at play as well. After Game 1, it's South Shore 8, Marquette 0, but there is still a lot of roller derby left to play. It's still anyone's stop this evening.
And we're going to have Brandy Savage facing off against Flower Power. And Brandy Savage going to be your lead jammer for jam number 2.
By the skin of her toe stops, Brandy Savage cuts through the pack there. Nice defense from South Shore. Oh, odd hit there. I didn't quite see who made that. Maybe DeMonica.
Brandy Savage on her first lap going to pick up a quick 4 points.
And Vince, I believe there might have been a star pass there by Marquette. It looks like Push-Up Daisy might now be the lead jammer who has cut through the back and attached that star to her helmet. But that will be the jam.
Too little, too late. Brandy Savage calls off the jam. You'll notice that when the skater with the star on their helmet touches their hips.
Very similar to a gesture that a group named Degeneration X made popular in the 90s, if you ask me. But again, we're keeping it family friendly here tonight, folks. Getting set for jam number 3, it looks like El Capitan will be jamming for South Shore. Didn't catch the Marquette jammer there, but El Capitan slices through that granite and gets lead jam.
Sassy Sam still trying to get through.
Nice hit from Wild Child, but Sam stays undeterred. There's that recycle again. Sassy Sam heads to the back of the pack. A nice tripod here, led by H, I believe, and a couple of the other South Shore partners. And that'll be a star pass from Marquette.
H-Face doing a good job blocking.
El Capitan cuts back through here. Lois Rad preparing with a little offensive defense, recycling Push-Up Daisy here. Marquette attempting to do their best, but El Capitan, the mighty boulder that she is, crashes through Marquette's and gets a few more points on the board.
El Capitan coming around for her third pass.
Wild Child with the assist. El Capitan will get knocked out of bounds, and she herself will get recycled. Call it Earth Day, Vince. There's been a lot of recycling so far. And that will be the jam. Let's go ahead really quick and shout out our charity of the night, which is the Indiana Youth Group of Northwest Indiana. IYG creates safer spaces to foster community and provides programs that empower LGBTQ plus young people and magnifies their voices. A lot of third spaces, I believe they're calling it these days, Vince. IYG doing a lot of good stuff. We're very excited that they are our charity of the night.
And don't forget to check out our vendors. They were by the entrance. Go check out, see what they're selling. And also, both teams have merch. And don't forget to check out Marquette's merch. They have brand new Pride merch.
Looks like we've got an official timeout here, Vince. So we're going to mention a few of our sponsors here. South Shore Roller Derby also has a partnership with the Plastic Reduction Alliance. Speaking of recycling, I couldn't have segued that better myself. South Shore Roller Derby is proud to partner with the Plastic Reduction Alliance to reduce waste and make our events more environmentally friendly. Through this partnership, water coolers are provided for skaters and officials, helping eliminate the need for hundreds of single-use plastic water bottles throughout the season. Fans are encouraged to utilize the reusable aluminum cups and recycling bins throughout the venue. And at tonight's event, as another step forward, we will be reducing as much plastic waste as possible.
Be sure to recycle those plastic bottles. Don't throw them in the trash. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank one of our sponsors, Radiant Dental Lab. Radiant Dental Laboratory is a dental laboratory located in Northwest Indiana, dedicated to elevating smiles into radiant transformations.
Skaters are getting back in position, which I believe means that we're going to return to action here in just a moment. I'm getting a little crispy here under this bright June sun. I believe it was the great Santana who once said 7 inches from the midday sun.
Boy, that was Rob Thomas.
Rob Thomas featuring Santana, and that'll be the whistle for jam number 4.
It's like Tinosaurus Rex bumping into some refs in the center of the track there, but becomes lead jammer nevertheless.
Blitz Bits jamming for Marquette, trying to cut through the pack there. Gets knocked out of bounds by Heather Skelter. Tinosaurus, a dinosaur on a mission. She heard that you were not recycling and she is coming after you. Watch out. Heading back around turn 2. The pack is at turn 3. Blitz Bits blitzing in her own right, getting back into the action.
Don't let the little arms fool you.
And that'll be the whistle for the end of Jam 4. South Shore Roller Derby 27, Marquette Roller Derby 0. Still a lot of roller derby left to play this evening, though. I do have to also shout out our silent auction. A big thank you to the Promise You Art House in Highland for partnering with South Shore Roller Derby on our May Art fundraiser. Promise You Art is a creative hub dedicated to showcasing local artists and building a stronger arts community right here in NWI. Thank you for their support. You still have a chance to take home some incredible artwork. Scan a QR code near the merch table or around the venue. Bids will be done around halftime. Back to the action bids.
Brandy Savage is going to be your lead jammer. Flower Power still trying to get through.
Brandy Savage snapping through the pack like it's a Slim Jim. A few more points on the board for South Shore. Flower Power and Marquette attempting a bit more strategy here with the Star Pass.
Brandy Savage with 2 laps around, picking up 8 points. He's on her third.
Panda with some nice defense there. DeMonica as well. Lois Rad also keeping Flower Power at bay.
Just long enough for Brandy Savage to call off the jam. Oh, yeah.
Marquette might need to imply, or implore rather, a bit more than that hippie sit-in strategy. They hope to get some points on the board. That's a Flower Power joke.
Peace and love, dude.
Again, as we were talking about that SSRD silent auction, winners will be announced between the first and second game. Please check out those silent auctions. They are at the South Shore merch table. That'll be a whistle for Jam 6. It is H-Face Killa jamming for South Shore and Sassy Sam jamming for Marquette.
H-Face trying to get through the pack. It's like, but it looks like Sassy Sam's will be your lead jammer for Marquette.
Possibly the first lead jam for Marquette this bout so far.
But H-Face has made it through the pack and right on their wheels. Here comes H-Face coming up to the pack. But Sassy Sam calls off the jam after a quick 4 points.
Keeping it family friendly, I do believe, Vince, they call that a hit it and quit it.
It's very family friendly.
Big shout out to all of our skating and not skating officials. We cannot thank you all enough for all you're doing, whether that's track maintenance, whether that's checking jam times, whether that's making sure we've got sunscreen, again, as I bake a little here in the sun. We appreciate you. And that'll be the whistle for Jam 7. Tinosaurus starts with the lead jam for South Shore. Blitz Bits, though,
Right on their wheels.
right on Tina's dinosaur tail. And Tinosaurus will call the jam.
Four Things Aerial Photography is a family-run drone photography business that captures aerial images and videos of events, properties, and landscapes to help clients preserve and showcase their stories from a unique bird's-eye perspective. Way up in the sky with that drone. That's Four Fan Aerial Photography.
We got a lot of tongue twisters here this evening, Vince, as we head into jam number 8.
Brandy Savage going to be your lead jammer. Flower Power, knocked down, but back up on their skates. Brandy Savage coming back up to the pack.
Flower Power puts a little extra patchouli on those wheels and slips through the back there. But will get recycled by H-Face and Lois Rad.
How many times are you going to mention patchouli this evening?
You know, my wonderful wife, Lucha Gore, is listening, and I know she appreciates a patchouli reference.
In Birkenstocks, most assuredly.
She 1000% does. Shout out Lucha Gore. That'll be the whistle for Jam 8. It is South Shore Roller Derby 51, Marquette Roller Derby 4. Just north of 20 minutes left here in the first half. We got a little bit of cloud coverage here. Vince, it feels 1,000,000 degrees cooler. I'm not made for the outdoors. I'm made for the indoors.
Well, I can stand the heat a little bit. I am the rockin' Oaxacan after all.
Queso Blanco goes bad in the sun. We got to keep that cheese refrigerated.
It melts.
We've got an official timeout here. So shout out to another one of our gold level sponsors, Bloom Counseling. Bloom Counseling provides holistic, trauma-informed therapy for individuals and couples, offering a safe and supportive space to heal, improve relationships, and foster personal growth and lasting transformation. That is Bloom Counseling.
Big Time Burgers and Brews is a family-owned restaurant in Portage, Indiana that serves handcrafted burgers, sandwiches, and craft beers in a casual, welcoming atmosphere focused on quality ingredients and flavorful, made-from-scratch offerings. Oh, that is a tongue twister. But yeah, Big Time Burgers and Brews is a good place. We've been there. I believe South Shore had their end-of-year party there last year. We had a blast and good food.
I did have, I believe, at least a couple of Big Time brews there.
Couple too many, most assuredly.
But not this evening, not these skaters. That's the whistle for jam number 9. It's Heather Skelter jamming for South Shore. Sassy Sam back at it for Marquette. El Capitan attempts to block, but Sassy Sam gets in and gets the lead jam.
Heather Skelter right next to Sassy. Sassy calls off the jam.
A bump and a nudge. Sassy Sam said, I do not want that Heather Skelter smoke, and called the jam.
I do need some fucking water. Flipping.
All right, get back into it. These skaters are parched, as are us announcing. Tinosaurus Rex jams for South Shore. Blitz Bits back at again for Marquette. Blitz Bits hoping to double tap that Z, NFL Blitz style, and get through that South Shore defensive line. Tinosaurus zigs and zags to the left, though, and gets through.
Gonna be that lead jammer. You see Coach Dre telling Tinosaurus to keep going.
Tinosaurus Rex head on with that Marquette wall, and that will be the jam. Another one of our gold level sponsors, Portage Self-Storage, the official storage sponsor of South Shore Roller Derby. Portage Self-Storage offers a wide range of options tailored for residential, industrial, and commercial use in Portage, Indiana. Whether you're storing household items or industrial goods, their storage units deliver superior strength, safety, and dependability. That is Portage Self-Storage.
And looks like we have jam number 11, Brandy Savage against Flower Power.
Brandy Savage ducks, dodges, weaves, and cuts through the pack there to get lead jam. Low is Rad and Panda with some nice blocking there. Heather and Demonica as well. Oh, Brandy Savage with the elbow drop right into the Marquette pack.
Off the top ropes.
We got a lot of skaters tied up here in turn number 2, but Brandy Savage does make her way through that Royal Rumble. A few more points on the board. Brandy Savage nose to nose with Marquette. Takes a bump, gets back up, and calls the jam. Vince, we've seen a lot of these bounce over the last couple of years. You and I both know that those hits are nothing to joke about. They are serious business.
Bruises everywhere.
think these skaters make it look easy. They make it look effortless. But the secret is they are skating about 1,000,000 miles an hour, and they are coming straight at each other.
Speaking of bruises, thank you to the Crown Point Fire Rescue for being here. The paramedics, just in case anybody gets a little too bumped up.
El Capitan jaming for South Shore, Sassy Sam jaming for Marquette. El Capitan leads the polls, gets the vote, and lead jam.
H-Face doing a great job blocking Sassy Sam. Now Leroy is involved. And Shannon ball. Oh,
Sassy
too bad.
Sam.
Too bad, so sad. H-Face killer did a naughty.
That means South Shore will be down a pivot for the next few moments.
30 seconds to be exact, Matt.
But in that time, El Capitan will call the jam. You want to shout out our photographers this evening. We've got quite a few. We appreciate you documenting another historic evening for South Shore at Bulldog Park here in Crown Point. Greg Meltzer, Nancy Meltzer, Scott Bellis, Arthur, and Steve. Thank you all for being here and taking photos, capturing this event. We appreciate you all.
And we have Tinosaurus Rex facing off against Flower Power.
Neither of these teams showing any sign of slowing down.
Flower Power takes a tumble, but it doesn't matter. They are lead jammer. Couldn't find the words.
Flower Power says love will find a way. Gets lead jam, gets knocked down, gets back up. I believe it was Bob Dylan who once said, "A Rolling Stone gathers from moss." Flower Power had that same mantra.
Speaking of gathering moss, H-Face Killer enters the track.
And that will be the jam. Again, if you're just joining us, tonight's roller derby is being broadcast by the Region Sports Network. Visit their YouTube, Facebook, and webpage to catch all the action tonight. They do a lot of great work for the region. It's the Region Sports Network.
The only game in town.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mike, Zach, Aaron, Kyle. We appreciate all your hard work and your flexibility this evening, providing this wonderful coverage for us. And that'll be the whistle for Jam 14. Brandy Savage and Blitz Bits jamming respectfully and respectively for their teams.
And Brandy Savage calls off the jam.
It's a rare instance there where, while Brandy Savage did get lead jam, Marquette was in the lead. Brandy employing some of that strategy there to call off the jam while she could before Marquette used that lead to any of their advantage. About 13 minutes left in half number one this evening at South Shore Roller Derby 66, Marquette Roller Derby 8. We did. And that'll be the whistle for Jam 15. H-Face Killa back at it again, skating against Jaws, who I believe is making their first jam of the evening.
And H-Face Killa going to be a lead jammer.
Jaws smells that chum in the water, though, attempting to chomp through that South Shore defensive wall.
And H-Face.
Heather Skelter recycling Jaws there, but Jaws does not need to come up for air. Keeps on swimming.
Sounds like H-Face has a fan club.
I'm going to assume that was cheering for the crowd coverage we just got again. And that will be the jam. Another one of our gold level sponsors, the Hammond Fire Department, serving the Hammond community around the clock. The Hammond Fire Department responds to fires, medical emergencies, rescues, and public safety needs throughout the city. Their dedicated team of firefighters and paramedics works every day to keep residents, businesses, and visitors safe. That's the Hammond Fire Department.
Tinosaurus Rex facing off against Sassy Sam once again. And Sassy
Sam takes a spin but does not stop. said Queso Blanco, seriously, as this bout continues.
Tinosaurus Rex going to be your lead jammer. Sassy Sam made it through, though.
Oh, nice block by Marquette there to Tinosaurus. Tina goes out of bounds, and that will be the jam. Just north of 10 minutes left here in half number one, Vince. South Shore Roller Derby 73, Marquette Roller Derby 8. But you know as well as I do that it's still anyone's bout this evening.
So much derby left to play in this bout.
Our halftime entertainment for bout number one will be Jessica Terrible joining us here in just about 11 minutes. You do not want to miss that. That'll be the whistle for Jam 17, Vince.
Brandy Savage facing off against Blitz Bits. I do like alliteration, man.
That makes one of us, Vince. South Shore doing everything they can to keep Blitz at bay. Brandy Savage making it look effortless. That'll be a track cut for Brandy Savage.
Which gives us a power jam for Marquette.
Our first power jam of the evening. Vince, go ahead and explain to the crowd what a power jam is for those of us joining for the first time.
A power jam is when one of the jammers goes into the penalty box, and so that team cannot score points.
So in this moment, Marquette has the power jam, which means they are the only team that can score points. I got to imagine they're going to use that to their advantage and close this gap here, at least a little.
Looks like Marquette's struggling to get past Panda and H-Face Killer.
And Brandy Savage with a fire, heads straight back into the pack. Gets that star back on her helmet.
And there is no lead jammer, so this jam is going to go the full length of a jam, which is 2 minutes.
So Vince, correct me if I'm wrong, is that a power jam for South Shore?
Again?
Is that a power jam for South Shore?
I don't know.
A lot of commotion, a lot of pandemonium on the track. We're doing our best to keep track of it all. What I do know is that Brandy Savage has a lot of fuel in that tank, flying back around turn number 2. Headed straight for a collision course into turn number 4. The pack is, but that will be the jam. We do our best to keep our eyes on all aspects of this track, folks, but there is a lot of hard hitting, fast and furious action in front of our eyes this evening.
Speaking of Fast and Furious, Hemlock and Lace is a rattling portrait and wedding photographer based in Northern Indiana. Special thanks to you, Brittany, for our league's awesome headshots. Thanks, Brittany.
And that'll be the whistle for Jam 18. Heather Skelter back at it for South Shore. Flower Power once again says peace, love, and jamming for Marquette. Heather Skelter attempting to get past Marquette there. Grinder and crew doing a nice job with some offensive defense while El Capitan Wildchild attempt to keep Flower Power at bay.
Heather Skelter, so your lead jammer. Flower Power made it out of the pack. And looks like Heather Skelter is just going to call off the jam. A bit of strategy.
Again, we've got a lot of food vendors here this evening. We've got the Doghouse. We've got Four Little Lemons. We've got Mama Fraz. And we've got Kevin's Pretzels. Whatever you're hungry for, we've got it here to the north. Thanks again to all of our food vendors for keeping us fed throughout the evening. And our vendors here to the south. The NWI Food Council, Seems All Right, Bad and Bushy, Fring and Flash, Plastic Reduction Alliance, Rocky Horror, and the LGBTQ Outreach of Porter County. Check them out as well as we head into Jam 19, Vince.
And Tinosaurus is going to be your lead jammer.
Dinosaurus Rex letting those long dinosaur legs stomp through the track. Oh, Tinosaurus with a hard hit, but does not go extinct. Marquette attempting to recycle. But Tinosaurus says, boom, Dino DNA, and cuts through.
It looks like Sassy Sam's going to be in the penalty box alongside Panda.
Tinosaurus cuts through again. I'm looking for Ripper here in the commotion. Oh, it looks like there was a star pass there. So, oh, Tinosaurus, a death-defying feat, attempts the apex, I believe. Doesn't quite cut it, but does call the jam. Vince, we've got just about 6 minutes left here in half number one.
Just north of.
Sorry, was that French?
It is. The Crossfire Group is an integrated marketing agency that partners with organizations to develop strategic branding, creative design, and digital marketing solutions that build strong, persuasive brand experiences and drive business growth. That's the Crossfire Group. Thank you for your sponsorship.
Randy Savage jamming again for South Shore. Blitz Bits is back at it again for a bit with Marquette. Randy Savage has got a lot of fuel on that rocket ship still.
With the apex jump and then calling off the jam in one swift motion.
Oh, we've got to skate it down. We're going to take a moment here, make sure they're checked out. Again, folks, as we've talked about, roller derby is a hard-hitting contact sport. While these skaters do leave it all on the track, the hope is always that they can skate home at the end of the night. We never want to see anyone get hurt. So we're going to take a minute. Thank you to our emergency medical staff for checking out all of our skaters and making sure everyone stays healthy. We're going to take a moment. We'll be right back with you in just a moment.
Get Pulse Technology on your team. Hit a home run with our managed print and copier services, IT and technology solutions, office furniture and design services, office supplies, scoreboards, and AV solutions.
Strack and Van Til for the win with 4 ways to save. Catch price drops on over 15,000 items and check the weekly ad for can't miss deals. Stack on the rewards program for digital coupons, points toward discounts and free products, and power up with our own brands. Keep your budget in the safety zone. Get the same great taste as national labels at lower prices. If you can't taste the difference, be the difference. Score big value with 4 ways to save at Strack and Van Til.
And welcome back to everybody joining us online. Thank you to the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. You are watching coverage of the South Shore Roller Derby right here in Crown Point, Indiana at Bulldog Pavilion. El Capitan jamming for South Shore gets the lead jam. Shannonball attempting to keep Flower Power at bay, but the sun still shines. Davy Jones does not lose his speed as Flower Power into the back. But El Capitan will call the jam. Again, if you're just joining us online, you are watching coverage of the South Shore Roller Derby on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Just about 4 minutes of playtime left here in half number one, about number one. It is South Shore Roller Derby 103, Marquette Roller Derby 8. That'll be the whistle for Jam 22. Tinosaurus Rex jamming for South Shore, Jaws skating for Marquette. Dinosaur versus Shark, a tale as old as time, a battle waged throughout the ages, but Tinosaurus Rex gets the lead jam. Marquette doing an excellent job there. Sassy Sam, a great blocker as well as a jammer. But Tinosaurus Rex says, not today. I will not be extinct. I'm going to keep on jamming. And I'm going to come for you if you don't recycle. So watch out. Apex jump from Tinosaurus Rex, who takes a lick but keeps on ticking. Whew. Hard fall from Tinosaurus, but she keeps on skating. And I can't believe this. It looks like we've got ourselves a power jam for South Shore. I believe this is the first power jam of the evening for South Shore. Tinosaurus gets recycled, takes a breath, and calls the jam. Again, a lot of strategy here. Tinosaurus Rex playing chess while others play checkers. Again, don't go anywhere. We've got Jessica Terrible for our first halftime performance of the evening in just about 3 minutes. The Rockin' Wahawk and I are going to refuel, refresh, and rehydrate, but you will be sung to by the magical singing powers of Jessica Terrible.
Sort of. And looks like Brandy Savage is going to be your lead jammer.
Serenaded, that's the word I was looking for. Serenaded by Jessica Terrible. Brandy Savage cuts through the back. Jaws still chomping at the bit. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Jaws is still in the penalty, or Marquette. Jammer is still in the penalty box, which means, Vince, this is a power jam.
Oh, it was a power jam.
You missed the first one. We're going to get back on it here in just a moment with our buzz. But in the meantime, Brandy Savage racks up some more points for South Shore. Ooh, hard hit there from Marquette. Big hits to Brandy Savage. Reminiscent of that WrestleMania 3 match against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. An all-time classic, just like Brandy Savage. And that will be the jam.
You want to get that paper ready? All right. Jam number 24 getting ready to start. With just over a minute left to play in the first half. And here we are, H-Face Killer facing off against Blitz Bits. And H-Face making it to the pack to be a lead jammer. Let's go, H-Face Killer.
H-Face says she is the hammer and Marquette is the nail.
Let's see if she can get some points. And she's going to break on through to the other side and call off the jam. 30 seconds left to play in the first half.
All right, Vince, this will most likely be the last jam of half number one, bout number one this evening.
That would certainly be my bet. 15 minutes.
All right, Crown Point, make some noise for the last jam of half number one. Tinosaurus Rex jamming for South Shore. Flower Power jamming for Marquette.
And Tinosaurus Rex is going to be your lead jammer.
Flower Power keeps on rocking in the free world, though. Right behind Tinosaurus.
Tina out there calling plays like Peyton Manning.
And that will be the game.
Give a round of applause for the South Shore Roller Derby. Stay tuned, no need more than 15 minutes. But for now, let's get ready for the halftime show.
If you're watching us on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town, we'll be right back with you here. Thank you to Region Sports for all of your coverage. I'm Matt Casablanco. This is Vince, the Rockin' Wahawken. Vince, I'll let you cue up our halftime entertainment here in just a moment.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Your way to a great career. Find out more. Visit www.local374.org. Call 219-845-1000.
Force Mechanical proudly serves Indiana providing reasonably priced, reliable service and comfort guarantee. Professional Four Seasons will offer a wide service in even weather than commercial funds mechanic there to find out. Web 4Seasons.com. Call 957 Clinical. Your ability.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
IBEW Local 697 isn't just wiring buildings. We're woven into the very fabric of Northwest Indiana. We're your neighbors. Our kids go to school with us. We stand in bleachers cheering for the school teams. When you hire a union electrician, you're not just getting the highest quality work, you're supporting our community. IBEW Local 697, proudly powering our own.
Our existence speaks to break down the systems of misogyny and prejudice. As Stroud Jones and Luscious Massacre has said, when society says that they don't love you, that they don't see you, you must see it for yourself. You must love yourself. So, I bet to see you in the Aldi's, in the gas station, hell, even at church, being the authentic you. Can I get an amen?
When is the next one?
It is Saturday, September 19th.
Cal College, I think he might be helping out with broadcast. He'll probably use tailgate to broadcast.
Yes.
But Novak, like that's why they're there. They want us. They had their way. Like us.
I think it's kind of a legacy thing. All right, we are. Wait. All right, Crown Point, we are back at it. Huge shout out again to our halftime performer, Jessica Terrible. A little bit of a technical difficulty at the end there. Thank you for bearing with us. Excellent stuff from Jessica. If you're joining us on the stream, as a reminder, you are watching a special presentation of the Region Sports Network.
Thank you for joining us. We come to you tonight from Bulldog Park as a Region Sports Network presents live video coverage of a doubleheader for South Shore Roller Derby. I'm Vince, a.k.a. the Rock and Oaxacan, joined by
Matt, a.k.a. Queso Blanco.
And I'll have the play-by-play for tonight's action joining the Region Sports Network.
Vince, to your point, we are coming back from the half here. This is half number 2 of bout number 1 here at the Bulldog Park Pavilion. It is the South Shore Roller Derby versus Marquette Roller Derby. And that's the whistle for jam number 1 of half number 2. Brandy Savage jamming for South Shore. Blitz jamming again for Marquette.
Brandy Savage is your lead jammer.
Both of these teams had a nice halftime break there. I got to imagine they are back. They are refreshed. They are recharged.
Watered.
They are watered.
They are watered and refreshed.
And Brandy Savage will call that jam. The score at the top of half number 2 is South Shore Roller Derby 135, Marquette Roller Derby 8. Vince, still a lot of roller derby left to play in bout number 1 here. It is still anybody's bout. And that'll be the whistle for jam number 2. It is Heather Skelter jamming for South Shore. Flower Power jamming for Marquette. Flower Power out front.
What did the flower get you in Super Mario Brothers? Was that the
Got you the fire power. But unfortunately, that firepower is not enough because Heather Skelter got the jam and promptly called it off.
NWI Now is a grassroots feminist organization in Northwest Indiana that advances gender equality and social justice through advocacy, education, and community action focused on issues like reproductive rights, LGBTQIA+ equality, economic justice, and ending gender-based violence.
And that'll be the whistle for jam number 3. Sassy Sam stays serious in this bout this evening, folks. Tinosaurus Rex stays a dinosaur. But Sassy Sam, I believe, will get the new jam. Reese's Ruff and H-Face attempt to derail Sassy, but Sassy calls the jam. Another one of our bronze level sponsors, that is Seams All Right. Seams All Right creates custom quilts and keepsake pieces that turn meaningful fabrics into lasting memories, from clothing that holds sentimental value to pieces that tell a story. Each creation is thoughtfully designed and carefully crafted, whether you're preserving a loved one's memory or celebrating a special moment. Seams All Right transforms the materials that matter most into something you can treasure for years to come. That'll be the whistle for jam number 4, Vince. It's Brandy Savage and Blitz Bits, respectively.
It looks like we're going to have a pivot from Marquette into the penalty box. Don't worry, it's a quick 30 seconds. Brandy Savage calls off the jam.
Looks like Lois Rat also heading to the penalty box. She says H-Face gets out. Brandy Savage, you might say, going Broadway tonight, Vince. Might go the full 60 minutes jamming. Another one of our bronze level sponsors, Couch Wolf. Couch Wolf is an open love letter in art form to the region and a celebration of life in NWI. Artist and owner Adam Hanlon offers shirts, stickers, and art inspired by life in Northwest Indiana in local shops around the region in the style of widely colorized film photographs of the dunes or lakeshore, satirical drawings of region rats, t-shirts, haunted places you trespassed to as a kid. Man, I love NWI. That's Couch Wolf.
And while Matt was yapping, we had Flower Power become the lead jammer, and then El Capitan did a start pass to H-Face Killer to no avail.
You take your eyes off the track for not even 20 seconds, Vince, and you miss a whole lot of roller derby.
Such is life, man. Such is life.
You got to keep your eyes on the prize. You got to know when to hold them, when to fold them, when to walk away, and when to run. And we're going to see if Marquette and South Shore Jammers here know which to pick in this jam number 6, so half number 2, about number 1.
Heather Skelter facing off against Sassy Sam. Heather Skelter trying to get through. Sassy Sam. Barrel through. Sassy Sam could be a lead jammer. And Marquette looks like a completely different team this half, winning almost all their jams.
Sassy Sam, lead jammer for Marquette. Sassy Sam stays skating until she calls the jam. Again, a big shout out to all of our vendors here to the south in the cool shade. We've got the NWI Food Council, Seems All Right, Bad and Bushy, that's what I call my eyebrows, Frame and Flash, Plastic Reduction Alliance, Rocky Horror, and the LGBTQ Outreach of Porter County. Thank you to all of our vendors for being here as we talk about a really decent village. Thanks, y'all.
It looks like Blitz is going to be your lead jammer.
I think Marquette ran the bomb on that one. Blitz Bits, lead jam.
Brady Savage played some defense.
El Capitan adjusting the star firmly atop the helmet, but that will be the jam. Again, another shout out to our charity of the night. That is the Indiana Youth Group of NWI. Indiana Youth Group creates safer spaces to foster community and provides programs that empower LGBTQ plus young people and magnifies their voices. I think we talked about this earlier. Some very cool third spaces happening with IYG. Thank you for being our charity of the night.
And looks like we have H-Face Killer facing off against Flower Power. Flower Power is your lead jammer. H-Face Killer makes it through the pack, though.
Flower Power, like a Vietnam War protester, will be heard. Apex jump. Knees. Wild Child attempts, but Flower Power says nah and calls the jam.
What a nice Apex jump made by Flower Power. Picked up all 4 points on that Apex jump. Well done.
Marquette showing some grit, showing some determination here. They are not out of this bout yet, Vince. Pepper and the rest of the Marquette defensive line attempting some strategy here. They're going to do what they can to contain Tinosaurus Rex in that electrified fence of a wall.
And Tinosaurus Rex facing Sassy Sam.
The power has gone out and Tinosaurus Rex has broken out of containment. How many Jurassic Park references can I make in one bout?
I was just going to say she could flip the Jeep over, or the Ford Explorer.
Jeff Goldblum's about to get eaten, I believe, as Tinosaurus Rex gets some more points on the board.
Must go faster. Must go faster.
Is it Jeff Goldblum who gets eaten? Jury's still out on that, but the action on the track stays persistent. Tinosaurus Rex will be sent to the penalty box, Vince, which means that Marquette has a power jam. They're going
Let's see if they can capitalize on this power jam. 30 seconds with no jammer.
Sassy Sam strategically skating back to the pack.
And just a point of interest, if they call off the jam before the power jam is over, they start the next jam with also the power jam.
Excellent point there, Vince. A lot of strategy on display here. You got to wonder how Marquette might play it. Tinosaurus Rex back in the action, though. Hard hitting to 86. Pepper. Sassy Sam takes a hit from Panda as well. Tinosaurus Rex recharged. Heading back into a rampage. That is the pack between turns 2 and 3. A little bit of a stonewall here. Both jammers caught up. Who's going to break through first? Who's got the determination? Who's got the heart? Sassy Sam cuts through.
And that's going to be the end of the jam.
Vince, did we go a full 2 minutes on that one?
We sure did.
Speaking of Tinosaurus Rex, we got to shout out our partnership with the Plastic Reduction Alliance. South Shore Roller Derby is proud to partner with the Plastic Reduction Alliance to reduce waste and make our events more environmentally friendly. Through this partnership, water coolers are provided for skaters and officials, helping eliminate the need for hundreds of single-use plastic water bottles throughout the season. Fans are encouraged to utilize the reusable aluminum cups and recycling bins throughout the venue at tonight's event as another step toward reducing plastic waste. If you don't recycle, Tinosaurus Rex will come for you. But in this moment, H-Face Killer comes for the lead jam position.
H-Face Killer coming around turn 3.
She has been known to put some skaters in their place. Marquette, though, attempting to put H-Face in a place of her own. And that will be the jam.
H-Face looking to Coach Dre for a little bit of advice and is told to call off the jam.
Just south of 20 minutes left here in half number 2 of bout number 1. It is South Shore 154, Marquette Roller Derby 29.
Radiant Dental Laboratory is a leading dental laboratory located in Northwest Indiana, dedicated to elevating smiles into radiant transformations. That's Radiant Dental Lab, one of our gold member sponsors.
I keep it looking a little gold. I can maybe use some Radiant Dental Lab. And that'll be the whistle for Jam 11. Heather Skelton back at it. Jamming against Flower Power and Marquette's. Leroy Jenkins with some nice blocking there. Panda as well.
Heather Skelton becomes your lead jammer.
Pepper back into the mix. El Capitan attempts to deter, but Pepper says, I am a little too spicy. Watch out. Heather Skelton with lead jam keeps on trucking. Oh, Heather Skelton gets twisted out of bounds, calls the jam.
See if she picked up 4 more points.
I think if I would have taken that hit that Heather Skelton received, I would be done for the night.
It looks like she picked up 3, Matt, so that was a 7-4 jam. After 11 jams, we had a score of South Shore 161 and Marquette Roller Derby 33.
Vince, still a lot of fuel in all these skaters' tanks. As the sun beats down here on us at Bulldog Park, and I get even more crispy. That's H-Face Killer jamming for South Shore. Sassy Sam keeping it crispy with for Marquette. Sassy Sam keeping it crispy, making it weird.
H-Face Killer is going to be your lead jammer, but followed closely by Sassy. Oh, no! It looks like we have ourselves a power jam!
South Shore with the power jam here. H-Face looking to capitalize and get some more points on the board.
You got to get past that tripod over there, though.
Led by Pepper, that is a spicy tripod.
H-Face said, no way. Calls off the jam.
H-Face prefers maybe a mild, a medium spice.
Something like that.
Right back at you, H-Face. I can't handle the hot. I can't handle the heat. Give me the 1 star.
I can go up to the 3rd pepper on the
I want to enjoy
3
my
out of
food. I
4.
want to sweat while I'm eating if I can help it at all.
Yeah, I prefer not to have my nose run into my food.
No, thank you. No matter how delicious the curry is.
And this is going to start with a power jam for South Shore. Randy Savage, the lone jammer out there, becomes a lead jammer.
Randy Savage back into the pack at turn number 2.
And Sassy Sam re-enters the track and does a quick pass. And now they are neck and neck.
Sassy Sam stays slamming against Randy Savage.
Let's take this opportunity to thank all our track technicians out there replacing the tape as needed.
And of course, tonight's roller derby is being broadcast by the Region Sports Network. Visit their YouTube, Facebook, and webpage to catch all the action. Region Sports Network,
the only game in town.
Shout out Mike, Zach, Aaron, and Kyle for all of your help this evening. We wouldn't be here without you all, literally or figuratively. Jam 14 and half number 2, El Capitan jamming for South Shore gets a little knocked down, but she gets back up again. Oh, hard hit there to Blitz Bits. Ooh, I got to imagine that scrambled some eggs, but Blitz Bits is not quite fried yet. But there will be a start pass for Marquette. Push Up Daisy will now be jamming for Marquette thanks to that start pass. Vince, why don't you talk to the crowd about the pivot and their role in all this?
Well, the pivot is the skater with the stripe on their helmet, and they are allowed to take the star from the jammer, and then they become the jammer. They become one with the jammer, and that's how that works.
Metaphorically, and literally, they're able to pivot between the offensive jamming position and the defensive blocker position.
Indeed. That's my first indeed of the evening, by the way. Usually I'm on about 12 or 13. Speaking of 12 or 13, how about Jam 15 with Tinosaurus Rex facing off against the now lead jammer Flower Power.
Flower Power listening to some Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young and attempts to cut South Shore's hair. Attempts to cut the apex as well, but doesn't quite make it and calls the jam.
Heather Skelter there with the long recycle.
Another one of our special announcements this evening, the silent auction, brought to you by Promise You Art House. Big thank you to Promise You Art House in Highland for partnering with SSRD on the May Art fundraiser. Promise You Art House is a creative hub dedicated to showcasing local artists and building a stronger arts community right here in Northwest Indiana. We're going to pause that thought for a second, Vince, as we get back into Jam 16. Randy Savage jamming for South Shore, Sassy Sam jamming for Marquette. Both of these skaters have a seasoned history, I'd say, at this point. It's been well cooked on both sides of the steak. Sassy Sam takes a knee, but again, gets right back up. Sassy Sam with a lot of heart. Randy Savage back in turn number 3. Enters the pack again. Lois Rad recycling Sassy, though. Shout out Plastic Reduction Alliance. Randy Savage returns to the pack, and it looks like Ripper is now going to jam from Marquette. Star pass there, Vince, to Ripper.
Just north of 12 minutes left to play. Fan Aerial Photography is a family-run drone photography business that captures aerial images and videos of events, properties, and landscapes to help clients preserve and showcase their stories from a unique bird's-eye perspective. It's Fan Aerial Photography.
And like I was saying a moment ago, thanks to the Promise You Art House, check out the SSRD merch table where you can learn more about the silent auction. You can scan a QR code around the venue to place your bids before halftime. Winners will be notified by email. You can take their artwork home tonight. That silent auction ends in just about 11 minutes.
And H-Face Taylor is going to be your lead jammer coming up to her first break pass.
Excuse me, there might have been a start pass there from Marquette. Push Up Daisy now jamming for Marquette. Again, this action maintains its ferocious and fast nature. Easy for me to say. Push Up Daisy cuts through the pack, but H-Face calls the jam. Again, you've got just about 11 minutes to check out that silent auction. A lot of really cool original artwork available. Tattoo artists, painters, all kinds of great stuff. It supports South Shore. It supports a great cause. Thank you all for being here. It does take a community, as we always say, and we are so thankful to the South Shore Roller Derby community. That'll be the whistle for Jam 18. Flower Power attempting to find the opening there.
Tinosaurus Rex facing off against Flower Power. Tinosaurus Rex skedaddled their way through the pack, becoming lead jammer.
Ghost Rider almost ghost rode the whip of Tinosaurus Rex, but wasn't quite successful. Tinosaurus slices through. Lois Rat heads to the penalty box. Tinosaurus with lead jam. I think I know why they call it fossil fuel, because Tinosaurus has plenty of it left. No signs of slowing down, even though that will be the jam.
Don't forget, after the bout is over, immediately after the bout is over, feel free to line up on that outside yellow track as the skaters make a lap around. They will high-five you, and you can tell them what a good job they did tonight and how happy you are to be here.
And immediately following the conclusion of this bout will be our second bout, which will also feature, I believe, South Shore Roller Derby versus Marquette Roller Derby.
And H-Face Kill is going to be your lead jammer.
Let's talk to me a little bit about the mindset that a skater like H-Face Kill gets into prior to a bout. I know you've got the inside scoop there.
Egg sandwiches. Egg sandwiches and coffee.
All right, that doesn't sound too bad to me. Maybe a little avocado or hot sauce if you're feeling spicy, but H-Face will call the jam off. What do we got on those egg sandwiches? Cheese?
Just cheese and some herbs.
Okay. You ever do a little cream cheese?
No, just diced up chives.
Salt and pepper?
Oh, yeah. Garlic.
You gotta have it. We should shout out Luchigora. A little extra garlic salt never hurt anybody.
Speaking of garlic sauce, Big Time Burgers and Brews is a family-owned restaurant in Portage, Indiana that serves handcrafted burgers, sandwiches, and craft beers in a casual, welcoming atmosphere focused on quality ingredients and flavorful, made-from-scratch offerings. That's Big Time Burger and Brews.
And Vince, that'll be the whistle for Jam 20. Heather Skelter jamming for South Shore. Sassy Sam jamming for Marquette.
Did you say sassy?
Sassy Sam. A lot of adjectives that could be used to describe sassy. Skating, slicing. Scary if you're on the South Shore defensive line. Savvy if you're a grizzled skater like many of us this evening are or know about.
And Heather Skelter called off the jam.
Another one of our global sponsors, Portage Self-Storage, the official storage sponsor of South Shore Roller Derby. Portage Self-Storage offers a wide range of options tailored for residential, industrial, and commercial use in Portage, Indiana. Whether you're storing household items, industrial goods, or maybe a large collection of rare Japanese action figures, their storage units deliver superior strength, safety, and dependability. That is Portage Self-Storage. Vince, that'll be the whistle for Jam 21.
And Tinosaurus Rex is going to be your lead jammer. Blitz Bits is trying to make their way through the pack. Have to get past Lowe's Rad.
Blitz Bits busts through the blockers, but Tinosaurus Rex calls the jam.
And after 21 jams, we're going to have a score of South Shore Roller Derby 210 to Marquette Roller Derby 37. With just north of 6 minutes left to play in this first bout.
Again, there will be a bit of a break, so make sure you check out our food vendors as well. The Doghouse, 4 Little Lemons, Mama Fraz, Kevin's Pretzels, and of course, we've got the Bulldog Park beer truck as well.
Get a brew. And don't forget to check out the merch tables. Again, I'm reminding you that Marquette has brand new merch, Pride merch at that. It is June.
We celebrate Pride all year long here at South Shore Roller Derby as we roll into Jam 22. H-Face Kill against Lead Jam. Flower Power basking in the sunlight, though, not far behind. Ooh, a lot of spills right there at turn number 3, and that will be the Jam. Another one of our gold level sponsors, the Hammond Fire Department, serving the Hammond community around the clock. That's 24/7, 365. The Hammond Fire Department responds to fires, medical emergencies, rescues, and public safety needs throughout the city. If you've got a cat stuck in a tree, I'm sure they can help with that as well. Their dedicated team of firefighters and paramedics works every day to keep residents, businesses, and visitors safe. That is the Hammond Fire Department.
Well said, Queso.
That's the whistle for Jam 23. El Capitan jamming for South Shore.
She's the one in the ascot.
Push up Daisy, I believe, in the penalty box for Marquette. Sassy Sam jamming for Marquette.
And El Capitan calls off the jam.
I believe in the political world, they say she called the race. And the winner is El Capitan.
It's Madam Councilwoman Capitan.
Not in my district, it's not.
4 minutes left to play in this first bout.
These skaters not showing any sign of slowing down. It's Tinosaurus Rex jamming for South Shore Marquette, featuring Blitz Bits. Tinosaurus finds an opening, a hop and a skip past those Marquette blockers.
That was a beautiful threading of the needle there. But Blitz Bits, Shannon ball like a wrecking ball into Blitz Bits. Now Blitz is struggling to get past H-Face.
H-Face. Some hard hits there, turn number 2. We've got skaters going here, there, everywhere, including Tinosaurus, who rides the line there, but does get recycled by Pepper.
If we were in a southern state, we'd pronounce that Pepper.
Yep, I do declare, I am a little verklempt in this heat. I am wilting, but Tinosaurus Rex and Blitzbit are not. And that will be the jam.
Where are we at? Hemlock and Lace is a raveling portrait and wedding photographer based in northern Indiana. Special thank you to Brittany for our league's awesome headshots. Thanks, Brittany.
Since I have become unraveled, and I definitely need some raveling portraits to help me get back on track.
Well, I know a lady.
Looks like we got an official timeout here. So let's go ahead and shout out another one of our silver level sponsors. That's the Grossbauer Group. The Grossbauer Group is an integrated marketing agency that partners with organizations to develop strategic branding, creative design, and digital marketing solutions that build strong, persuasive brand experiences and drive business growth, as well as business groups. That is the Grossbauer Group. Hey, Fitz. I left my water bottle over by the PA. Would you mind grabbing it? All right, we've got an official review here, so these skaters are going to talk amongst themselves. We haven't mentioned this yet, but we do have an after party, as is South Shore tradition. Our South Shore Roller Derby skaters would love you to join them for an after party at Public Bar and Rec right here in downtown Crown Point. I cannot believe it. Skaters will be heading that way following the second game around 9:30. It is within walking distance of where we are at Bulldog Park. That is Public Bar and Rec for the after party. Be there or be square. And that'll be the whistle for Jam 25. Half number 2 of Jam number 1. Randy Savage for South Shore Flower Power for Marquette. Flower Power takes a bit of a stumble there. We've got Panda, we've got DeMonica with some excellent footwork there. El Capitan observing, trying to bridge the gap, waiting for the officials to say the pack is here. Meanwhile, Brandy Savage slingshots through to the other side.
And Flower Power is your lead jammer now. Brandy Savage hot on their wheels, though.
Flower Power feeling that heat. Bumps up against that balloon South Shore wall. And that will be the jam. South of 2 minutes remaining. South Shore 224, Marquette 38 minutes.
Yeah, we didn't. Oh, we didn't do.
We've also got Fresh Joy, Bodyworks, and Bouquets. What could I possibly say about Fresh Joy, Bodywork, and Bouquets? The copy here is blank, but I am positive they bring fresh joy to everyone who interacts with them. That is Fresh Joy, Bodywork, and Bouquets. We've got another official timeout here. Vince, the clock has stopped.
Yep, it's in the name.
Time is literally out for at least a moment here. Like in many other sports, you got to imagine there's a little bit of strategy here in calling a timeout with just about 82 seconds left on the clock. If my math is correct, we've got time for maybe one, possibly two jams left in this bout this evening, Vince.
Good, Jessica. Well done.
Thank you. I'm sorry about that. All right, the official timeout is over. It looks like everyone, I'm sure, is in complete agreement with the decision that was made during that timeout. 82 seconds remaining on the clock. If these skaters haven't yet, they're gonna put it into fourth gear here.
And Sassy Sam, like a slingshot.
Sassy Sam slingshots into speeding and gets lead jam.
H-Face, we got a lot of ground to make up.
It's all those egg sandwiches. Oh, and Leroy Jenkins with the period at the end of that sentence. That will be the jam. Little literary joke for Leroy Jenkins there, who works in the library in the daytime.
Understood. Indeed.
Punctuation is your friend here at South Shore Roller Derby. And Vince, we've got just about
possibly the last jam with just 30 seconds left to play. El Capitan versus Blitz Bits.
Crown Point makes some noise for the last jam of bout number one.
Make some noise.
El Capitan jamming for South Shore. Blitz Bits trying to cut through Lotus Rat and Tinosaurus. Blitz Bits, it looks like it's going to get recycled here. There's moments left. 10, 9, 8.
El Capitan's going to be a lead jammer. The game is in her hands.
Vince, the period will end, but the jam will continue until somebody calls it off. We've got a whistle. We've got skaters going down left, right, and center, trying to figure out where to keep the eye as the action rages across turn number 3.
It looks like this final jam will be a puff power jam for South Shore.
El Capitan with the power jam. Takes a spill gracefully as can be. Gets back up unfazed. Glass is not out of place. Continues skating on Vince, what you call correctly a power jam for South Shore.
And El Capitan calls off the jam, which is going to be the end of the first bout. Everyone give the skaters a round of applause.
Round of applause for all of our skaters in bout number 1.
Everyone can line up on the outside of the track here. Everybody, let's go.
Our officials, skating and otherwise, will review the tape here and turn that unofficial score into an official score in just a moment.
Everyone follow Jessica Terrible. She's in the right spot.
Yes, line up on that yellow line. Show these skaters some love. Let them know how you're feeling here. We're going to tabulate these final points.
And stay tuned for the most valuable jammer, most valuable blocker from both teams. Those awards will be done very soon here. And then we have yet another roller derby bout.
And Vince, that whistle signifies the final score for bout number one. That is South Shore Roller Derby 228, Marquette Roller Derby 38. What a game. What a bout. Make some noise for Out Point Faithful.
Your region's best sports team 3 years in a row.
You love to see it.
Don't sue me, but this is a three-peat.
I don't believe that's copywritten yet, Vince.
It is. It literally is.
Apparently it is.
You will never see it on merch.
No marks here, though, at the Bulldog Park Pavilion. As we wrap up announcing for bout number one. Like Vince just mentioned, we're going to announce MVJ and MVB here in just a moment. That's most valuable jammer and most valuable blocker. That's voted on by the opposing team.
Hey, all right. We got.
Get Pulse technology on your team. Hit a home run with our managed print and copier services, IT and technology solutions, office furniture and design services, office supplies, scoreboards, and AV solutions.
Strack and Van Til for the win with 4 ways to save. Catch price drops on over 15,000 items and check the weekly ad for can't miss deals. Stack on the rewards program for digital coupons, points toward discounts and free products, and power up with our own brands. Keep your budget in the safety zone. Get the same great taste as national labels at lower prices. If you can't taste the difference, why pay the difference? Score big value with 4 ways to save at Strack and Van Til.
For your most valuable chambers for Marquette, we have number 37, Sassy Sam. And for South Shore Roller Derby, number 8008, Brandy Savage. All of the skaters here, number one. We're going to take some photos, get some water, make sure you get a dog or a pencil and a beer, and we will be back in just about 15 minutes with some more roller derby action. A round of applause for Marquette and South Shore.
We'll let you just wrap things up in here.
Region Sports Network. You can visit Region YouTube page.
Have them redo it. Have them redo it. I'll point them in.
All right, as a reminder, tonight's roller derby has been broadcast by the Region Sports Network. You can visit the Region Sports Network on their YouTube page, Facebook, and webpage to catch all of the action. Region Sports Network,
the only game in town.
Again, big thanks to our Region Sports Network team. On the management side, we've got
executive producer Chris Ramirez, operations manager Rich Castillo, coordinating producer Zach Miller, and sports director Mike Dywin.
We've also got producer Zach Miller, camera Mike Dywin, Aaron Svetlin, Kyle Stowers.
Special thanks to Bulldog Park, South Shore Roller Derby.
And all of our viewers on YouTube, Facebook, and regionsports.com.
And we are your broadcasting crew. I am Vince Romero, a.k.a. The Rockin' Oaxacan.
And I am Matt Vickers, a.k.a. Queso Blanco. We'll be back in just a few minutes for more. Thanks for joining us again on the Region Sports Network,
the only game in town.